What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Godly Potential YouTube channel. Back at you with another video. This video talking about courage, cultivating courage. You know, without courage, new heights will never be reached. Without courage, growth cannot happen unless it's forced upon you. But we don't want the type of growth. We want the growth that we seek out. Okay? Without courage, you essentially remain the same until life gets tired of you bullshitting and forces you to move. But it's always better to do it yourself. In order to do that, you need courage. There was a story. I heard Jordan Peterson tell this story. I believe it was about King Arthur and his men sitting at the round table. They were in search of the Holy Grail. He told all his men to go out and to find this Holy Grail. But each soldier, each man must enter the forest where it's darkest to them. Not what seems darkest to most, like, okay, gather around, okay, let's all head that way. No, it's each man looks out into the forest. Okay, that spot right there, that seems the darkest, that seems the scariest. And their task was to head in that direction. And the story says that in order to find the Holy Grail, whatever that may mean to you symbolically, let's say the Holy Grail is your goal, is your ideal life, your ideal self, okay? You must enter where it appears to be the darkest, where it's the scariest, okay? Essentially, is to go towards your highest excitement, the things that excite you the most, okay? So, it's similar to life. When you're looking out in the world, you're trying to look at your goals and accomplish things. Typically, on the other side of this goal, this ideal life, ideal self, is fear. It's a dark part in the forest. And without courage, you will never enter to get to the other side. Here's the thing about fear, though, and cultivating courage. It's the buildup that's the scariest. It's not the actual act itself. Once you're actually moving, once you take that first step forward, it's not the scary part. It's the mental masturbation you do beforehand. Okay, it's the stutter stepping you do. It's the contemplation, the over analysis, the over analyzing of the situation that is actually what's creating the fear. Okay, you know the acronym for fear: false evidence appearing real. It's the truth, because what happens is you get this calling, this inkling to go towards something. Let's say it's your intuition, your higher self guiding you towards that, but then you try to rationalize it, and then that gives time for the ego to kick in. It's like the intuition will whisper something to you, the higher self will whisper something to you, then you will start to ponder on that, and then the ego will be like, wait, what'd you just hear? What the higher self tell you? No, we shouldn't do that. And here's why, A through Z. I'm gonna tell you a long laundry list of the reasons why you shouldn't do this. But the ego is all about preservation of itself. It doesn't want to die. And anything that's gonna expand you, anything that's gonna facilitate growth and change, is threatening to the ego, because every time you grow, every time you change, you are growing, and the ego, that form of itself, must die in order for a new one to be reborn. And the ego is afraid of death. That is what it fears. So it's gonna send you signals of fear that's gonna prevent you from doing that act. Okay. So this is the reason why we need to cultivate courage. It's just like I stated, the intuition will tell you something, it will guide you, and then the ego will step in. In order to beat this, you have to act fast, okay? Let's say you want to go up and meet someone, right? You get that initial thought. The best thing you can do is count down from 3. 3, 2, 1, go, okay? Let's say you're taking a cold plunge, you're taking cold showers, right? You know you should do it, and you know afterwards the feeling you're gonna get, the benefits you get. However, the ego It's like, I don't know. Is it worth it? I don't know. I'm kind of feeling under the weather. Should I do this? Blah, 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 blah. The best thing you can do is count down from 3, 2, 1, go. I believe this method was coined or really made popular by, what is her name? I forget. But this lady who came up with this theory, who made it popular, basically. Okay, basically count down from 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, take off like a rocket ship. That is one of the best things you can do to override the ego, override the fear, in order to cultivate courage, because you can get a lot of shit done by simply, or you can change a lot of shit by simply invoking 3 to 5 seconds of courage. That's all you need. You don't need to be courageous for the entire day. No. If you think about it, every time where you act courageously, all it took was about 3 to 5 seconds of courage. Now you're in the water. You jumped into the deep end. And from there, you're no longer in fear because you're figuring it out. You jumped off the cliff. It's not time to fear. It's time to, okay, let's use these wings to fly. Okay? Another way you can cultivate courage, it's by not only when that fear comes up of why you shouldn't do said thing, think about the fear of what will happen if you remain the same. You won't get that opportunity. You won't change. You won't level up. You won't change your circumstance. You will keep making the same amount of income. You will stay in the same location that you hate. You will stay at the same work environment that you dread going to every morning. Everything will stay the same. So instead of, or rather, utilize the fear of staying the same to push you towards it. It'll be like some fuel, all right? That's fueling your courage to push you towards something new instead of having that fear of the future, that anxiety blocking you, okay? You got this fear in front of you of doing something new that's stopping you, right? It's resistance, but you have this wolf behind you of the past that's chasing you. Allow that wolf to blast you through that wall. And that's going to cultivate courage. And like I said, all you need is 3 to 5 seconds of courage anyway, and it's fucking done. It's not really done, but you broke past that barrier. And now you're in the shit. And now it's all about trusting yourself, figuring the things out. And typically when this happens, you go through an experience, things you probably put off for so long, and then afterwards you're like, this actually wasn't as bad. It wasn't that bad. I actually thought it was going to be a lot worse than this. Okay? Or, damn, I should have done this sooner. I should have done this 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago. I should have done this yesterday. I should have done this 10 minutes ago. But instead, I sat there and contemplated so many times, and it ruined it. Okay? Or it held me back. So go for it. So these are ways in which you can cultivate courage. That's the reason why you need to cultivate courage. Fear of remaining the same. Know that when fear approaches, if it's not life-threatening, you should go toward it, because it's typically ego-threatening. It says only 2 types of fear: life-threatening and ego-threatening. Threatening to the physical life or threatening to the ego's life. One is a good fear. It's preventing you from making dumb decisions. It's preserving you. The other is the ego trying to cling on to what it knows. So cultivate courage. Step towards it. All it takes is 3 to 5 fucking seconds. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. That is it. 3 to 5 seconds of courage can change the whole game. Remember that. Whenever you're posed or confronted with a task, opportunity, a challenge, and fear arises, remind yourself that all it takes is 3 to 5 seconds of this. All I gotta do is step forward, and I'm in it. The hardest part is over. Anyway, that's been a video. Hopefully this helps. Go out and cultivate courage. Allow the fear of remaining the same to push you forward past that wall of fear. Realize that just like the soldiers looking out to the forest, the part that's darkest to them, that fear, they go towards it. Because at the end of your fear is your holy grail. It's that thing that you are wanting to attain. It's that relationship you want. It's that money you want. It's that job you want. It's that new location you want. It's that opportunity you want. It's that ideal self. It's that trait you want. That whatever it is, it's on the other side of fear. So cultivate courage. 3 to 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. That's all it takes.